It is Saturday morning, May 21st. I've been reading emails, mostly talking to a bunch of people since the election results started rolling in a few days ago, and have just been so pleased with the good feedback that we've been getting from people who were involved in contacting their neighbors, especially our people who've been working as neighborhood leaders who were getting this neighborhood leader program up and running in Tillamook County. We're a little bit behind the rest of the state on that, but having pretty good experience with it. And I just got an email I wanted to sort of describe. I'm not going to tell you who it's from or read it literally because I don't have her permission, and not sure she'd want everybody to know. And I'm doing this in part because I'm about to leave for this, what they call Camp Democrat. The chair all across the state, the chairs and vice chairs are supposed to gather in Lincoln City here in just a bit. And I was supposed to be there here in about 30 minutes, but I'm supposed to take a COVID test first. So I have to wait 15 minutes for the COVID test to give me a result. So I know that I'm safe to go down there. Anyway, this email that I got this morning was from one of our neighborhood leaders who had kind of had some a little bit negative feelings about her neighborhood. But maybe for good reasons. I think part of her turf, her neighborhood leader turf, was kind of rough, kind of in a rougher part of the county, probably not unlike where I live down south of Hebo, so we're pretty rough down here, but we like it here. Anyway, she lives in a different part of the county and had some negative feelings, at least about some part of her neighborhood leader turf. But she checked the results in her Oregon NLP.org, the turf thing that we, if you're a neighborhood leader, you can log in and keep track of, what contacts you've made with 35 households around you, 35 Democratic households in your neighborhood that you've taken responsibility for. And she noticed how much higher the voter turnout was in her neighborhood leader turf, so much higher than the countywide average. And she just wrote to say that she was feeling more positive about her neighborhood leader turf, and I assume more positive about her, what do we call that? Not her neighborhood leader turf, her neighbors. She was feeling more positive about her neighbors, and I think also more positive about the work that she has done as a neighborhood leader for us over the last 6 months or longer, 6 or 8 months. I think that we've been doing this, and I'm feeling the same way. I got more than 10 points higher in just in turnout percentages among Democrats who were in my neighborhood leader, in my neighborhood, than we saw in the precinct as a whole in where I live. Feels really good. So I will tell you, and I don't care who listens to this, if you're a Republican, whoever you are, I don't care. I'll tip you off to our strategy. Our strategy for the next election, I'm pretty sure, is going to be to do more of this kind of work because it does have an effect. And what it boils down to is letting our neighbors get to know us. When they get to know us, I don't know if they get to really like all of us. I'm not sure about myself, but they at least don't think that we're, however it is that QAnon characterizes Democrats, that becomes obviously untrue when they get to know us, right? So our neighbors are going to get to know us a whole lot more as we roll into the midterm elections. And I think that's going to produce pretty good results. We're going to connect with our neighbors and we're going to get to know them, and they're going to find out that we are not all alike. We are the party of open-mindedness and compassion and dissent. We discuss things and we don't mind people disagreeing with us. We want to find out what you think. It's not all about what we think. We don't have all the answers, and we don't mind working shoulder to shoulder with people who don't agree with us on every little thing. So if you're a person like that, you ought to be with us. We are going to get to know you, and I hope that you get to know us as well.